Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to be doing a full face of Undone Beauty. Now I hadn't really heard of this brand until I was just scrolling through Ulta.com. I was like, what's new? What's happening? This brand is supposed to be an affordable, clean makeup brand. So it's going to be free of all those sulfates and phosphates and all that gross stuff that we really don't want in our makeup. So it's a clean beauty brand, and the great part is it's affordable. So we're going to be testing it today to see how well it performs. Anyway, if you're new here, hi, my name is Anna. How are you? Before we get started, please give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. If you like beauty, makeup, fashion, all that stuff, then you're in the right place. So definitely hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get started. So my face, I've done all my skincare, so my face is nice and dewy and glowy. So we could just go right in. We're gonna start off with the Undone Beauty Unfoundation Glow Tint. Now this is going to be more of a light coverage. It says vegan, cruelty free, and it's also skin loving with coconut extract in it. So if you're allergic to coconut, this is not it for you. But this is going to be light coverage, and I think it's great for the summer because in the summer I tend to like light coverage, and it's getting hot out here. It's hot in here right now. It's like 80 some degrees outside, and it is warm. So let's try this out. This is the color 410 Porcelain Light. Now I did get this online, so we're gonna see how well it works on my skin. Now I'm gonna take a damp beauty sponge because that's usually how I like to apply stuff like this. We'll see. It might be a little light, not entirely sure. And it is like a squeezy tube, which is fine. I typically prefer a pump on my foundations, but honestly, I don't care that much. And we're just going right in. Okay, but you know what? The color isn't that bad. It really isn't. I gotta say, it's going on pretty smoothly. There's really there's no scent to it really. Feels very light. Like I can't feel it on my face at all. It's definitely very light. It's just like, it's just melting into the skin. Do you see that? It's really just sinking right in and kind of just making me look a little extra dewy on this side. Like I said, this is going to be very light coverage, okay? It says that on there, so I'm not expecting it to like completely cover everything. I'm expecting it to look a little bit like my skin, but better. So let's put a little bit more on. Honestly, I don't think the color match is too bad. It's not that bad. Take a look at that. It's just sinking like right in. It's giving a nice glow, I gotta say. This really is not gonna cover if you have like acne or really dark spots or anything like that. I don't think it's really gonna cover it. It might neutralize the skin so that it evens out a little bit, but it's definitely not gonna cover any like acne or anything like that. Which I do have some dark spots. I do have a little pimple right here. And it doesn't really cover it, but it does make it slightly less noticeable. But all right, that is my full face covered in that. Let me get close so you can see my skin texture. So this is kind of what it looks like on the skin, just up close. Obviously, it's not really covering much. It did kind of just even out my skin tone. It does make me look very dewy. I look very dewy right now, which is great, which is fine. Again, light coverage, it's not really going to cover anything. I think it'd be really good for if you're more of a natural makeup lover. You want something that's very natural, clean, fresh type of makeup, which is all good because sometimes I like doing that. So I don't mind it. I definitely could see myself using this again, for sure. They do have a concealer, however, I did not get the concealer. I don't know why, I just didn't pick it up. So we're not gonna conceal today. I know, crazy. We're gonna probably go for a very like natural look today. But there's some really cool things from Undone Beauty, which I'm really obsessed to use. This is the water blush, the water highlight, and water bronzer. And these look so cool. I think this was what really attracted me to Undone Beauty, is that these look really, really interesting. Let me show you. So this is the lightest color in amber. Look at how dark that looks. Like, it looks so dark, right? But oh my gosh, when I swatch this and apply it, it's really not that dark and it's cold. Ready? We're gonna put this on the face. It feels so cold. Like, not like freezing, but it's like this refreshing, cold feeling, which I really kind of love. And look at this color. It's very warm. It's a little more warm than I would usually go. So I'm gonna use a brush. Since this is like a water product, I feel like if I use a sponge, then it might just completely disappear. And I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna blend this out with a brush. I'm hitting my earring. But yeah, this is like really cool. The water blush and water bronzer, water highlight is really what drew me in, because I thought, I was like, that is so interesting. Like a little bronzer stick. I do like the way that it's blending. I do think it's blending really nicely. It really just soaks into the skin. Like, you can't even see like any cast, any product sitting over your face. It really just blends right into the foundation, which I really like. However, I do think you could probably build this up to be more intense if you wanted to. All right, so it did warm me up. It did bronze me up a little bit there. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this and just on my brush, very gently, and then kind of get just the side of my nose. Nothing too precise, I just wanna warm this up a little bit right here. All right, we're warmed up, and now we're gonna try out the water blush. This is in the color Mauve. All right, so this color, it looks very bright pink. Ready? And then when you open it, again, it looks very dark, like almost like black even. It's crazy. But again, it's gonna swatch and it's gonna be a bit lighter, and it also has that nice, refreshing, cool feeling to it, which I am obsessed with. So that's kind of what it looks like. It's like a deep mauve. It's more of a berry color. I'd say it's a bit of a berry color. So I'm gonna take this on my finger and just pat it onto the face. Again, I feel like you could go very light with this. You could go very light or you could go very heavy. Obviously, that's not really blended in. I'm just putting it on my face. Oh, so cold. I love that feeling. So refreshing. Honestly, that's probably one of my favorite parts of this, is that they are so refreshing when you put them on the face. Now I'm going to take a sponge with this one because I want to make sure it gets nice and diffused and I don't end up with insanely red cheeks. You know, I like blush, but I'm not big into like a heavy blush. Not really. That's not my vibe. So I'm just blending that with my sponge, just dabbing it in. Blend it pretty nicely, I'd say. Honestly. Not bad. I'm going to put just a smidge more on because it did diffuse pretty well. I think you could get probably a more pigmented look if you used a brush instead of a sponge. The sponge is going to diffuse it a bit more. And I'm going to put a little bit on my nose, because who doesn't like a nice little rosy nose moment? I feel like that's very in with blush right now, is going over the nose. All right, this is the water highlight here. This is in the color Cool Lit, 260 Cool Lit, that's what it is. Now it looks very white, but there is just this like hint of pink reflect in there. And I'm gonna take this on my finger. All right, it's like this very wet, reflective highlight versus like a really shimmery, glittery highlight, you know? And I feel like that's a great summer look. It's that wet highlight, which I've kind of been obsessed with. Not gonna lie, instead of like the shimmer and the glitter, that very wet look. Honestly, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just gonna take this on my finger. I usually use my finger to highlight because you get more, I feel like you could get more of the reflect in it, the shine, if you use your finger. Look at that. Like I said, it's not gonna be shimmery or glittery. It's gonna be very wet. You can't see it, it just soaks right into the skin, which I'm noticing a lot of their products just straight into the skin, soak in. It almost looks like you don't have anything on my face. Like if I look closely, like it looks like skin. Like I can't even see anything on my face. I feel like my skin looks really healthy right now. When I was looking through all the Undone Beauty makeup, that's really what it looks like their vibe is. Very minimalistic, no makeup, less is more type of vibes, which I'm not mad at. It's not my go-to because I typically do very colorful, very, not like heavy, but definitely not this clean for the most part, although I am kind of getting back into this very clean makeup look. All right, let's continue. So they only have, they have very few eyeshadows, and this is one that I picked up. It's an eye quad, and you can tell colors are very natural, very simple, nothing too insane, like colorful. Again, that's what I really noticed when I looked at, you know, the stuff that they had. And it even says on here, it says transforms from shadow to liquid liner. I think if you add like water or something to it, you could probably turn these into a liner. At least that's what it seems to be telling me. I don't think I'm gonna do a liner today. I think we're gonna go for a very blown out, natural, sparkly look on the eye, because that's kind of what this palette's showing me. So you got a nice like cream color. They're all sparkles. None of them are mattes, by the way. This is like a nice rose gold. This is more of a pink, and then this is like a red. I think we're gonna go like golden pink. I don't think I'm gonna add red today. I think we're gonna go with the first three colors, nice and light. They feel very powdery. As I swatch them, I don't know if you could hear it. As I swatch here, like they're very light. You almost can't see that. You really can't. That one is like the same. I don't think you can see it. It's right here, by the way. It's like the same color as my skin tone, that first one. Now this rose gold. All right, that one's a little bit more. Again, they diffuse, they're very light. Again, a very no makeup vibe. They're very powdery too, by the way. It's kind of what it looks like. That pink's very pretty. Let's try the red and the red. All right, so the two darkest colors are pretty pigmented. Again, I'm not going to do a very dark look because you really can't, or a very colorful look. We're just going to do something very blown out, simple, and pretty. I think that's what we're going to do. So I don't really have anything on my eye. I think I'm just going to take a little bit, like microscopic amount of the foundation, just to give me like a little base. Usually I'd use concealer, but I don't have any concealer for this look because I didn't buy it. All right, I got a little bit of foundation on there. Now let's take this little quad here. All right, so let's take a fluffy blender brush here, and I'm gonna take that one that's almost my skin tone, the very first light one, on a brush, and I'm just gonna, again, it's gonna be sparkly. This is gonna be a very sparkly look. There's gonna be no mattes. It's gonna be very blown out. I'm just kind of using this as like, I don't even want to say transition shade, like a base shade almost. Can you even, okay, you can kind of see it. You could see the reflection, but you can't really see the color. Again, it's like my exact skin tone. So I'm just blending that out. I will notice as I'm putting this in here, like you could kind of see it's losing the shimmer the more I put my brush in here. And I'm just kind of spreading that all over the lid, very nonchalant, not very precise, like at all. You really can't even see it. All right, we're gonna do the gold now, same brush. And we're gonna add some color. Can you see that? Yeah, you could, okay, you could see it a bit more now that we're adding some color. It is pretty. Again, I'm gonna look super dewy. I'm already sweating in here because it's hot as heck in my room here. We're just gonna look super shiny and like glowy. It's just what we're gonna be looking like today. All right, so we got this sparkly kind of gold shade all over. Now I'm gonna take the pink, and the pink's kind of darker than the gold, so I think I'm gonna keep the pink on the outside to attempt to get like some definition on the outer corner, and then kind of blend them in together. All right, that's not bad. Again, no mattes in here, so I'm working with all shimmers. It's, again, very simple look today. We're not doing anything too crazy. I just wanted to try out Undone Beauty because I saw it pop up on Ulta. It's affordable. It's a clean makeup brand. And again, those water blushes, highlights, and bronzers just look so interesting to me. So I said, hey, why not try out the whole brand? This is definitely something I think like you would throw in your purse or something if you just need like some color. All of a sudden you're out and you're like, oh, you know what? I need to give myself some oomph, you know? All right. I think that's gonna be it on the eyes. I know, it's not very exciting. It's not very colorful. It's just very simple. It is very shimmery. You wanna see what it looks like? It is very shimmery. It's very reflective, but yeah, it's not too exciting, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Now we have their Undone Beauty Very Dark Black Indie Lash Mascara. This is what the wand looks like. I think it's a very interesting looking wand. Honestly, I kind of like a wand like this. I think it'll separate the eyelashes very nicely. Let me go curl my lashes really quick before I put some mascara on. All right, so I curled my lashes a little bit. So let's test this on out. Just gonna go very gently because it is a wider wand, so I don't want to accidentally get like mascara all over my eye. Let me grab my little mirror here. Now this is not waterproof, in case you were wondering. It's not. I don't mind it. It looks like it's lengthening my lashes a little bit. It's not separating them as well as I'd want them to. And it's definitely not holding the curl. You can see the curl instantly fell. I know I have blonde lashes, so you might not even be able to see the curl prior. It's there. And it doesn't seem to hold a curl, but I noticed that a lot with non-waterproof mascara, that they don't really hold curl very well. I don't know why, but they just don't. I will say getting the bottom lashes is not easy because of the way the wand is shaped. I kind of smudged it a little bit, but oh well. Yeah, it definitely does not hold a curl. It fell instantly, which I'm not a fan of. It's fine. It's fine. It's a fine mascara. Is it my favorite? No. It seems fine. I feel like it didn't really lengthen all that much. It just kind of made them dark. That was it. Just more noticeable. And now, last but not least, we have some lipstick. This is the Light on the Lips in the color Gosh Garnet. And it definitely... Oh, this is not turning. It won't turn up. All right. This is like a garnety color. There is some sparkle in there. I don't know if you could see it, but there's some sparkle in there. It looks like a burnt terracotta color. If I could get it to push up. It just seems to, do you see this? How it's just kind of, as I roll it, it doesn't move. I don't think you can tell. It just doesn't move, which, not a good start. I don't know if I got a broken one or what. Oh, okay, I got it. You have to really push down to get it to turn. All right, so let's just go on the lips and try it. Oh, the second I put my mouth on it, it instantly like fell down. All right, very smooth, almost like a very liquidy feeling. Not that that's a bad thing. It definitely has shine, has gloss in it for sure. It's definitely a glossy lip look. It is kind of hugging to the dry spots on my lips. That's kind of normal with lipstick. I don't mind the color though. I think it's a nice color. It's like a burnt terracotta, adds a bit of color, nothing too intense, nothing too crazy. Again, a very more of a natural nude color. You can kind of feel the sparkly bits. Like you can kind of feel it. They're a little thick. Like when you squish together your lips, you can kind of feel it a little bit. But honestly, it's not bad. It's not a bad lipstick. I don't mind it. I don't mind the color. The formula is pretty all right. It's a bit liquidy, but what you gonna do? I feel like this is definitely not gonna be transfer proof. I can tell you 100% not transfer proof. This is gonna come off. It is gonna fade. It's the final look using all Undone Beauty. I gotta tell you, it really doesn't look like I have makeup on. Other than like the lips and the eyes maybe, but the skin, like you can see the color, you could see like there's blush, there's some highlight, but when you look in the mirror, like it doesn't look like anything is sitting on my skin. It looks like my skin, like it really just sinks in, which I think is very nice for those who want a very no makeup look, very natural. The foundation, like, it's alright, it's good. It doesn't really cover anything. It's not going to give you coverage. It never claims to. It says very light coverage, and it's a glow tint. I think it's just to make your skin kind of more glowy, kind of just even out the skin tone, really. So if that's something you're looking for, definitely give it a try. But again, there's coconut in it, so if you're allergic to coconut, don't do it. I think my favorites for sure are these little like water sticks, like the blush, the bronzer, and the highlight. They do come in multiple colors. I just got like the lightest of all colors because again, I'm very pale. Honestly, I don't mind it. I really don't. I will definitely be using these for sure again. Like, I'll be using these a bit. I can feel it. The eyes, not really impressed. The mascara, it didn't really hold a curl, didn't really do anything, didn't do much, just it's fine. Like, it's fine. Not really my style of eyeshadows. I like something that's pigmented. I like something that I could either do something very simple or I could go nuts and I can do something creative, you know? If you've seen some of my videos, you know I like a colorful eye look. But I also don't mind going very simple like this. However, I do wish there was at least one matte in this color. In this little quad, I do wish there was at least one matte color to kind of help counteract all the shimmer, but it's not bad. Overall, my thoughts on Undone Beauty is definitely a brand that I would test out some of their other stuff as well, that I would want to see, because they're affordable. One, they're affordable. Two, they're a clean beauty brand, which I really like. I'm trying to get more into clean stuff, trying to kind of convert my stuff into clean beauty, because gotta get rid of all those weird chemicals in there. Like, if I'm putting that stuff on my face, I want it to be clean. I want it to know it's not, you know, a bunch of random weird chemicals that shouldn't be on my face. But anyway, they're affordable. They're a clean beauty brand. If any of this stuff interests you, I definitely say check them out. Give them a go. I'm definitely going to be trying out more of their stuff. I can tell. I think maybe not the eyes, but definitely I'll test out they do have other bronzers and blushes that I could see myself trying out and seeing how they work. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Let me know what you thought of this look. Was there anything in this kind of brand that interests you that I showed you? Anything that interests you? I'd love to know. Tell me down below. Would you wear a very light, simple makeup look like this? I feel like it's very pretty. Don't get me wrong, it's very pretty. Just kind of elevated my features, which it's beautiful, it's pretty. Anyway, please give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. It helps me to continue creating videos like this. And if you like beauty and makeup and all that stuff, you're in the right place. So definitely subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful day.